Once again, this is Blue-Ernie again for the second video of January the 5th, Tuesday, 2016. Hope everyone's doing alright. I'm going to start off, I've got 4 films, 2 from CEX, I got 2 from Amazon UK and then 4 from Amazon Germany. So I'm going to talk about them very quickly. First one I picked up, only cost me £1.50, was the Expendables 2. Expendables 1 was all the 80s action heroes doing what they do, blowing stuff up, and this is very similar. In this one of the original team has been killed. I won't say who, in case you've not seen it, and they have to go and avenge his death. Slam bang wham action. It's great. It's a DTS Master Audio 7.1, and it's also got 11.1 Neo X, which is DTS's X new sound format. If you've got an Atmos amp and all that stuff, it'd work. I haven't. I've got 7.2, so it's still as good. I'm going to enjoy that. £1.50, can't argue. Second up, this film flopped in 2013-14. It didn't make the money it was supposed to. It was a big film starring Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer. We're talking about Disney's The Lone Ranger. I paid £3 for this. Now, I like this. I've seen it twice. It's not your typical Lone Ranger film. It's fun. It's really, really fun with a capital F. Johnny Depp is amazing in it. If you think about the story of the Lone Ranger and Tonto and all the history about it, without giving too much away, it's all seen from the Johnny Depp's perspective, and Johnny Depp plays Tonto. It is really, really good. It's a 2.5 hour film, but you don't notice the time. It is great, and the sound is amazing in 7.1. I enjoyed it. It should have been a bigger hit. Give it a chance if you ever get a chance to watch it. That's The Lone Ranger. There you go. Right, a couple of 80s and 90s an 80s one. No, sorry, a 90s one and an early one. Recently I've shown you my Blu-ray box set of the Scream set. I paid £8 for it, and it was the first 3 Scream movies. So I had to go and get Scream 4. When I first seen Scream 4, I got half an hour into it and I didn't like it. I just ejected it. So I thought I'm going to give it another go in Blu-ray. I'm going to watch them all, so I'll do a whole set and I'll do a talk about them all. But I already paid £3 for it on Amazon. It's brand new, shrink wrapped. So I'll add to the collection. Now I've got the set of all Scream films, so happy days. Right, this film came out in the mid-90s. It stars Ben Kingsley, Alfred Molina, Forrest Whitaker, Margaret Helgenberg, and Michael Madsen and Natasha Hendrickson. This is the one that broke her, made her a big star. She's been in loads of things since then. We're talking about Roger Donaldson's Species. Natasha Hendrickson basically plays a hybrid. She's been bred with alien DNA and human DNA, and she's growing at this amount. So from being a child at this lab in America, deep in Area 51 territory, she's growing at an alarming rate, and she's only got one thing she has to do in her head, and that is reproduce. And it's a cracking B movie. If you like your old sci-fi schlock with a bit of effects and everything, and a big star cast running around screaming their heads off, it's great fun. Species 2 was alright. Species 3, no, forget about it. But again, it only cost a couple of quid to add up to my bill on Amazon, and I thought, yep, that'll do me. Species, good little fun, few beers on a Saturday night, stick it on, you have a bit of fun. Right, recently, just before Christmas, I treated myself to some Blu-rays from Germany, and they've just arrived today. So I'm quite happy with them all. There's 4 in total. Now, this director I'm going to talk to you about now, I'm a very big admirer of the legendary American director John Carpenter. The Fog, The Thing, Halloween, Revenge of the Invisible Man, or is it Memoirs of the Invisible Man? He's done They Live, Near Dark. He's done all these plethora of horror films, The Ward. He's made great music, great composer, Assault on Precinct 13. So I'm trying to get all these films on Blu-ray. and I've managed to pick 2 up in this set. We're going to start off with the first one. Stars Kurt Russell, one of his original actors who stars with most of his films. We are talking about Jack Burton, The Pork Chop Express, Big Trouble in Little China. The full version, not the chopped British version. This was €8. It's shrink wrapped still. I've seen the film loads of times. I know the full version. It's got all the extras and everything. Arrow Video in UK just released this as well onto Blu-ray. And the Americans have got it on. It's fun. It's great. It's his homage to road movies, Bruce Lee, Kung Fu, Sorcerer and everything. And it's great, great fun. It's got a very young Kim Cattrall in it as well. Jack Burton plays a truck driver who has to rescue this Chinese girl. She's rare because she's got green eyes. And this wizard, this Chinese wizard, wants her. And it's all hocus pocus fun, and it's great. And Jack Burton is, as in Kurt Russell, is great. Love all good fun. That is brilliant. Next up, another John Carpenter one. In the late 80s, he got into watching the wrestling and all the how it's staged and everything, and he used to like the wrestling, John Carpenter. And one of the baddies in the wrestling was American stroke Scottish guy. He died last year, unfortunately, Rowdy Roddy Piper. And he made a film called They Live. It says here Charles Bon, which is German for They Live. This stars Roddy Piper and Keith David, the black guy from The Thing. And it's basically about consumerism and about how our minds are took over, how you can get subliminal messages put into adverts and everything. And it's basically aliens live among us. And you only get to see them if you wear these special sunglasses. And it is great fun. It's pretty good action. There's loads of one-liners in it. Roddy Piper just kicks ass. There's a bit in it where he has a fight with Keith David in this alleyway. And it's one of the longest fights in movie history. They knock 10 tons of shit out of each other. And it's great. Absolutely amazing. I loved it. I went to see this with my cousin Seamus McDade in the ABC Deansgate in the 80s, and I loved it. I've now got it on Blu-ray with all the extras, so very happy with that. Right, in 2004, Zack Snyder did a remake of a classic George Romero film. And I got this on DVD from Spain when I first went. And I seen it on Blu-ray pretty cheap for only €3.50, so I got it in the pile of them lot and I picked it up. We're talking about the director's cut of Dawn of the Dead. Now, before The Walking Dead and before all Z Nation and all these other zombie films and everything like that, and Shaun of the Dead came after this, Zack Snyder gave us running zombies that were fast. And these turned within 30 seconds, a bit like 28 Days Later. This, you cut out all of Dawn of the Dead's long bits and everything, which is a great film, and you just go for basically an hour and 40 minutes of non-stop thump in your face, visceral action. Dawn of the Dead, the remake, I loved it. Went to the cinema to see it at the Showcase at Bellevue in Manchester. It was great. It's very, very, very bloody and very violent, and it doesn't hold back. It shows you a lot. There's a couple of big plot holes in it you could drive a bus through, but if you just want to turn your brain off, a few beers with your mates, Friday or Saturday night, Dawn of the Dead, cracking remake. I've now got this, and I've got Day of the Dead. I'm trying to get Night of the Living Dead with Tom Savini, the remake from 1990, which I'm going to look out for on Blu-ray. And I'll do a full zombie review one day. So that's Dawn of the Dead. Very, very happy with that. And there's the back cover. Right. These two films were made in the mid-80s and the very, very early 90s. I've seen both of them at the cinema and everything, and I couldn't resist this. This was only €13, and it's a steelbook double bill. It's basically like Frankenstein, if you think of this, before I give the title away. A guy called Jeffrey Combs plays Herbert West. He's made 3 of the films, actually. The third one's not on Blu-ray yet, so I'm hoping it's going to come out. I couldn't resist this because the British version was a lot more dearer for one film on Blu-ray without steelbook. I got a steelbook of this for €13 in Germany, as I said, and this is with Pièce de Resistance for New Year. We're talking about Re-Animator 1 and 2, or Bride of the Re-Animator. Absolutely gorgeous steelbook. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to give you the first dibs at it, as they say in England. So I'm just going to try and get this shrink wrap off as we do. There we go. And I'm seeing it for the first time. The sleeve comes off, as you can see. It's just basically a sleeve at the back. Tell you all about it in German, and it says they're unrated and uncut. And then the back of it has got one of the doctor's heads. There's a scene involving that in the film. There you go, it's a double disc cut. Very, very happy with that one on Blu-ray and Steelbook. And if you've never seen Re-Animator 1, Herbert West is a medical student with his mate, and he's in America, and he wants to bring the dead back, and he makes this serum in this green liquid. And it's a comedy stroke horror, but it's very, very visceral, as in gore and bloody and violent. But it's all done with a tongue again, bang right in your cheek. Very, very funny. The uncut version has a scene involving a severed head and a lady who's semi-conscious on a morgue slab. Take it and make your own mind up on that one. Then the sequel is Bride of the Re-Animator, where again Herbert West wants to make a woman out of body parts and rejuvenate her. Yes, it's gory, but it's all fun. Remember, it's only ketchup at the end of the day and strawberry jam. It's only fun. These are the 80s and 90s when horror was great. Now it's all CGI and shite like that. These sort of films are great laugh and great fun. I'm glad I've got it. And that is a cool steelbook. Really, really chuffed for that. And for €12, I ain't moaning. So that's my little video for you. I hope you enjoy all my new pickups for January. Do some more videos later on. If there's anything you want me to talk about, any movies you think I should say, anything I've got, any genre, any sets of them, let me know on Facebook or YouTube. Leave your comments. Share my videos out for everybody to see. And I'll see you all soon. Take care of yourselves. Cheers from Blue Ernie. Bye.